Okay, we're recording. Hello, we've got Lauren here, senior engineer, myself, Tina. I'm a UX designer. In this video, we're going to go over our first CMS Sprint release. This is an interdisciplinary release. It includes engineering and UX. So I'll pass it over to Lauren. She'll talk about some code, and then we'll go over some of the UX work that's been done in parallel.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen so we can get in there and look at the code. Here we go. Share. Yeah. So here's my local www repo. And first thing I'm going to show is just where we're going to keep the documentation. So if you do want to fire this up locally, and it's here, netlifycms.md. Right now it's really short because we just started, but this is where all the good stuff's going to go if you want to learn how to do this. And to fire it up locally, you're going to run the marketing site in one of your terminals from the site's marketing directory. That's bundle, execute, middleman, serve. And then in a second terminal window, we're going to run this command here, npx netlify CMS proxy server. And this is going to start another server that our admin can now run on. Once that's fired up, we can go and look at our local host site. Here's the pretty home page. And now you can go to /admin and you can see our admin. And this is great because now we can start engineering how this is going to work, how our content's going to get stored locally before we release it to the website. And I'll go ahead and show you how, let's say if we want to edit an entry, like this one, say I'm going to edit the title, say this is awesome, exclamation point, and publish. And all this does is edit the local version of that file, which I already have loaded up down here. And you can see here in the title and the front matter, this is awesome, is right there. And now we can go back and see if I reload it. Oh, so now the middleman site has to fully rebuild before it'll show up on this interface, which takes a while. So that's why I showed you in the code directly there. So that's where we're at with the engineering portion. And it's really gonna allow us to start building this out and make it elegant for everyone. And I'll pass it over to Tina.
Thanks, Lauren. So seeing as the primary reason for implementing a CMS is to make content creation on GitLab's marketing site easier, we need to make sure that the tools we offer the content teams are needed and useful. As we mentioned in our sprint planning video, we've chosen to focus on the topic section for our first content release. Just gonna share my screen. Can you see Google Forms screen? Yep. So we started by creating a discovery survey that we distributed to the team responsible for managing the topic pages, and we treated them as users. We also wanted to benefit from their expertise and deep insight about their audiences. From there, we created a report, and the information that came out of this helps us zoom in on priorities so that we can align on what's feasible for engineering. And it also provides us with a point of reference for UX as we move through the different phases of the project. From there, we created a set of wireframes that define the anatomy of our first release templates and blocks. So what you're looking at here is our recommendation for our first sets of blocks and templates that will be available in the CMS. We kept it pretty light in terms of options so that we can build, assess, and iterate quickly and apply these blocks to other parts of the sites as well. We also pressure tested the blocks on existing content just to make sure that they can carry the content. These wireframes were reviewed by Erica, and there's a video floating around of that presentation as well on Unfiltered for those who are interested in digging in for more details. The last item on this release was the application of the Slippers Foundation, the work in process Slippers Foundation to the wireframes. Specifically, we applied the type stack, updated some colors, and we also used the spacing guides. So skinning the wireframes served as a use case of how the Slippers Foundation will function in a CMS setting that's being used by multiple editors, ideally without going through the hands of a designer. We wanted to see if the design system could function independently and when applied to the blocks and templates. And spoiler alert, we think it does. So, you know, shout out to Stephen and Jess for their great work and support on this. Feel free to check this work out. You can just, send me a message on Slack and I can point you to the file location.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, that's it. Lots more coming, but we're on our way.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
I'm gonna stop.